Thank you, Micah. Yeah, so I have two of the same ones, so I'll start with those two. I had Barry Sanders. He's simply the greatest of all time. He was in his prime when I really fell in love with the Lions and just started enjoying the game of football as a kid. Just going home to watch the game with my dad or going to Ryan's, and we would watch the game together. Just watching him was just so much fun. He was just unbelievable. I wanted to bring up a bunch of stats, but I don't think it does it justice because it wasn't the numbers. Even though he had such incredible numbers at times, it was like it got cut short because he decided to quit.
That's also kind of why we loved him, though, right?
Yeah.
Because he was so, I mean, when he scored a touchdown, he
was
handed
humble.
the ball
I
off.
love that.
Never celebrated.
Yeah.
He was not in it about the stats. And everything in me just wanted to yell and just be like, just be the best.
Yeah.
Just care about
Tried
that.
to be the best.
But he just
tell
didn't.
everybody. Yeah, he
didn't,
did.
and that's why we loved it.
Yeah, for sure. So he was on my list as well. And then Miguel Cabrera as well. I mean, when the Tigers traded for him, I think it was 2008. It was basically just a sign of the Tigers going all in. Obviously, you had 2006, which was kind of a massive surprise and very exciting. But then you had another couple years that wasn't so hot. And then when they went for in 2008 for Miguel Cabrera, it was basically like, all right, we're going all in, and we're going to be all in for like while this guy is in his prime. This is what we're going to do. He's going to lead us to a championship. Obviously, it didn't turn out well, but that's what it was. Just kind of
he did his job, though.
Oh, definitely. And it was the step for the Tigers to be like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to do this for my coach. We're going to try to get you guys a championship. And that was so exciting. And obviously he had some great years. His biggest season yet. He had 8 straight years of hitting over 300 with a high of 348 in 2013. And then he also won the Triple Crown in 2012, batting 330, 44 home runs, 139 RBIs. I mean, the guy was insane. And I know it's hard for Tigers fans, and a lot of people are getting angry at how much he's getting paid and production and stuff like that. I get the anger, but just remember the good times with that guy, please, because let's not let a couple bad years ruin it, because it's still not his fault. I mean, if there was a decent team around him, he would be putting up numbers, and he would be productive enough for obviously not what he's getting paid, but none of them are. But you know what I mean.
That's what happens to a lot of long-term contracts.
Well, it just is what it is. You pay long-term for that short-term possibility of winning something.
Yep. So then I'll go to two that weren't on Ryan's list. Steve Yzerman, over 1,500 games played. He was 8 shy of 700 goals, which is just terrifying. Like, just play another year and get those 8 goals, man, please, because you deserve 700. So he was basically just he was the guy for my favorite team, in an era that, in that era there was always somebody better than Yzerman, but in my eyes he was the greatest because he was winning those cups. He was gritty. He was a true leader on a team that was very successful, and I think that's one of the coolest things about it is he was truly a good leader and a good human being inside of a locker room that needed somebody like that. I love that about him.
When you look back on him nowadays, do you actually think that there was always somebody better than him, or just a scorer that he didn't? I mean, that just outscored him. But was there somebody better than him on the ice?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, he played a lot with Gretzky, like the same era as Gretzky. It was more the back end of Gretzky's career when Yzerman was in his prime. But then, I mean, you had other guys coming in and out.
I was thinking
Joe Sakic was really good, and you had Forsberg that was really good. Mario Lemieux was in there. He had a couple years off, but like he was never just the guy. But then when he started winning cups, he was getting the respect he deserved, even though he was kind of doing it on one leg for the most part. And when he lifted that cup in '97, I still get teary-eyed watching that picture with all the flashes in the background and the players all excited. Like that guy, he was my favorite. He was the first one that me and my dad connected on, and just kind of went with that. So, and now he's leading the organization again. So, he's probably my number one guy. So, but we're not ranking them. We're just giving our 4, right?
Oh, you can give your
totally
number 1.
There's enough room. There's no banana. Like everybody gets their spot in the banana boat, right? So
someone's got to be up front.
That's the very nature.
But
of it.
is the front the best seat though?
In a banana boat, yeah.
No, because the
100%.
back you get whipped around a little better. You get the better air.
And you get a bad back.
Yeah.
We're old.
Front's where you want to be.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, so I had a hard time with the 4, with my 4th one. there was a few that came to mind.
Are you gonna list 20 of them or no?
No, I'm not gonna do that. I didn't even think of Roger Federer until we started talking pre-show. That very well could have made the list. Andy Roddick actually was one of my favorite tennis players, and I really liked tennis in high school and stuff. But I'm gonna go with Tiger Woods. He made me start watching golf and enjoying the game. I don't watch it unless he's really in contention. I'm one of those guys. Sorry, but that's just who I am. I'm not going to waste my time.
You and most of the rest of the world.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm not going to be. Well, no, I'm a golf fan. I'm an
avid watcher.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. And I just remember like sitting at Grandma and Grandpa's house on Sundays. During majors, we would all sit and watch Tiger. And he was dominating the field, and just like watching our dads and grandpa just marvel at him was so fun. And then when he won the Masters, and obviously he had a rough patch there, and sex addiction and drugs and all that stuff is too bad. He's not a good guy off the course necessarily, but I don't really care about that when I'm talking about my favorite athletes. But then when he came back and won the Masters last year was pretty dang cool. I remember sitting on the couch with Easton watching this, and he never watched golf or whatever, but now he knows Tiger is a golfer, so he sits and watches the golf with me, and it's bad to hit in the water, right, Dad? Yeah, you're not supposed to hit in the water, right? No, you're not supposed to hit in the water, buddy. Is that Tiger Woods or no? No, that's not Tiger. Tiger wears a red shirt, right, Dad? Yep, Tiger wears a red shirt. Yeah. It's just fun.
It's a cool moment with your son, though.
Yeah, and it was just fun watching him win the Masters and sitting there with him, and it was kind of like a full circle type thing. So,
that's a good one.
Probably shouldn't be on my list, but he is. So.
No, that's a good one. I like it because he made so many people, just like you said, a golf fan.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter for how long. Like even if it was just for a few years, he made people a fan for him. Yeah,
and even still, I mean, he's still going at it. He's won a major last year. You never know what he's going to do this year, and hopefully he wins more. I like being a part of the greatest of all times, and when you got Brady, I think he's the greatest of all time. He almost made the list. You got Tiger, who's probably the greatest golfer, but then you have the people that argue, well, no, it was this guy, it was that guy. I want it to be my era, okay? So stop telling me it was before my time that he's the greatest of all time, because I'm sick of hearing. Like, for me, it's LeBron's the greatest of all time because I got to see him playing growing up. Mm-hmm. Tiger's the greatest, and Crosby's probably the best hockey player of all time, and all that stuff. So that hurts saying that, but it's probably true. So
they just showed him assisting on a shot right there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's -1 rating.
Still wears ear guards.
Greatest of all time.